In JavaScript, the nullish coalescing operator is a useful tool for handling cases where a value might be null or undefined. It allows you to provide a default value when an expression evaluates to either of these nullish values. Let's imagine you are building a website where you want to set a default number of items to display per page if the user doesn't specify their preference. Let user items per page is null, so let's imagine the user didn't set this, and let items per page is user items per page, nullish coalescing operator 10. And let's console log items per page, and the result is 10. In this example, user items per page is null, so the nullish coalescing operator assigns the default value 10 to items per page. If user items per page were undefined, items per page would also be set to 10. And if user items per page had a valid value like 0, that value would be used instead of the default value. Before the nullish coalescing operator was introduced, developers often used the logical OR operator to provide default values. However, OR can be problematic because it considers other falsy values like 0, empty string, and false as well. So for example, if user specifically chose 0, and then items per page is user items per page or 10, the output will be 10, so not what the user intended. In this case, 0 is a falsy value, so OR falls back to 10, which might not be what we want. The nullish coalescing operator handles this better. Consider a function for greeting customers on your website. You want to provide a default greeting if the username is null or undefined. Function greet with parameter name, and then const username will be name, and then nullish coalescing operator customer. And let's console log hello username. And if we call greet with an empty string, we get an output hello. If we call greet with undefined, we get a greeting with the default name. Same for null. And greet with an argument Jane gives us an output hello Jane. In this example, if the user doesn't provide a name, for example the value is null or undefined, the function uses customer as the default name. If the user provides an empty string, it is treated as a valid name. The nullish coalescing operator is a powerful feature in JavaScript that helps you handle null and undefined values gracefully. It is especially useful when you want to provide default values without being affected by other falsy values like 0, empty string, or false.